to New York Mets baseball. My name is James E. Heenan, and I'm the manager and general manager of the team. In the last stream, we completed a couple of series. One was versus the Washington Nationals, where we took 2 out of 3, and then we faced the Miami Marlins at Marlins Park in Miami. We also took 2 out of 3, so we ended that stream on a strong note with 2 wins against Miami. Miami was last in the division, so we kind of predicted there'd be some wins in that series, and we were able to come through with those. The team sits 65-43, 2.5 games ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League Eastern Division. So looking pretty good. And we've also actually just gotten the recent power rankings. We are number 1, so we're feeling great about that. Recently, we've traded for a starting pitcher at the trade deadline, Vance Van Valkenburg. We're hoping for good things from him down the stretch. We also did finish off on an off day. So we do have the bullpen in a really good situation right now. Everybody is rested and ready to go. Nikolai Costa, our closer, is at 74% stamina, but he will definitely be usable in a save situation here in our next game. We're heading into Tampa Bay, so we're going to be playing in the worst ballpark in all of baseball, Tropicana Field, a very, very ugly place to play. The Tampa Bay Rays are sitting 3rd in their division, 57-52. So we're going to be facing them. One thing that's interesting about the game we'll be playing is we're facing Yovani Gallardo to start things off. He has been a New York Met in the past in this save. We used him in 2013 starting and then had to move into the bullpen. And he was in the bullpen for most of 2014. Not very good that season, and we ended up moving him away. But we will face him here today. We're going to be sending out Yame Garcia, who actually is coming off a pretty rough outing. He went 3, gave up 7 runs on 9 hits, including a home run and 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Not one of his best outings, but the time out before that, he did go 7 2/3, and he didn't give up any runs, so we're hoping for good things here from Yame. And having the rest of the bullpen is huge, so we're feeling good. The bullpen is one of the strengths of the team. I'm going to just move into that game. I'm going to try to play through at least this Tampa Bay Rays series, the 4 Colorado games back at Citi Field, and sort of see where we're at from there. Let's see how this goes. Happy to have the bullpen nice and rested for this. So facing Gallardo, the righty, let's put together a lineup. Oh, so this is actually a game at Tropicana, so we do have the benefit of having the designated hitter. We're going to continue to lead off Josh Donaldson on this team. Been doing a good job in the leadoff role. Dickerson will hit 3rd. I probably don't even have in my depth chart, I don't even have a DH lineup just ready to go, because we so rarely do interleague play. And I also like to just make the lineup when the game's starting. For me, I just make sure that I'm putting guys who have recently been hot in good spots in the lineup and things like that. So it's just kind of an extra step that I like to take. And Rougned Odor, we're really hoping to see a nice strong month and almost 2 months, I guess, out of him at second. But for now, he's going to be hitting the 9 hole. The Tampa Bay Rays draw 30,998 to their home park. It's a big number for them, especially being in 3rd place. Let's see how this goes. So Josh Donaldson will lead it off for us in this golf setting for baseball, I suppose. He's swinging on the 2-2. Really hoping we can shell Gallardo here. He's going to hit in the air to left field to start things off, and that'll be the first out. Mike Trout stands in the 1-0. Trout's going to get himself a single to right. First pitch blocked in front of home plate by Matt Cox. Gonzalez works a full count, but he is going to get a base hit. Trout will hold up at second. Good to see some action early in the first. 1-2 to Dickerson. Goes down swinging. Prince Fielder, the 2-2. That's going to hang up there for their center fielder for the third out. So we got a little bit of traffic on the base paths. Good to see. So they've got Gardner, Gonzalez, and Bryce Harper. And it will be a full count to Brett Gardner. Hit back to the pitcher for the first out. The 1-1. Couple of quick outs for Garcia. Good to see. 3-1 to Harper, though. It will be the third out. Hate to be behind in the count. So often does that result in a hit. Beltran. Castro's going to get on base. Fowler, though, just watches strike 3 go by. 2 gone. 3-2. Odor works a walk. That's good. Good to see. JD can't do a thing with it. So it'll be Corey Hart, Dustin Pedroia, and Alonso. Leadoff walks are never a good thing. Don't mind it so much if you can strand the leadoff walk, though. Good job by Garcia there. We'll have Trout, Gonzalez, and Dickerson in the top of the third. Can he get down the line? No. He sure can't. The 0-1 to Dickerson. So it'd be the bottom 2 of the order, Teeters and Cox, and then Brett Gardner will get a second chance against Garcia. Gets the first out on a line to the second baseman. Gets the strikeout on the full count. Love that. 1-2. And Gardner has the first hit of the game for the Rays. Cargo. Oh no. Stringing hits together, but do we throw him out? We throw him out at third. Good job by Mike Trout there. So Fielder, Beltran, and Castro. That's huge. That spot. And at this point, I don't think 2015 Mike Trout in real life was yet known for his arm. I think he picked up something from Cole Calhoun in 2018. Yeah, outfield arm 45. So getting that is pretty huge there. Sorry, just messing around with something here. Get back to the game. So Bryce Harper, Corey Hart, and Dustin Pedroia will stand in here versus Garcia. First pitch swinging, but will be caught by... Oh, it will be caught by Castro. Almost did get over his head. 3-1 to Hart. Will be a walk. That's the second of the day for Garcia there. Oh, and then the 3-0 to Pedroia, and he hits him. He decides not to throw a ball for. He just throws the ball at him. So Alonso flies out. The runners will stay put. Can you just get Alvarez with the strikeout? Yes. Perfect. So strong 4 innings from Garcia so far, but we haven't been able to solve Gallardo. I mean, this is our teammate. We should know a thing or two about trying to hit him. Oh. That looked like it might get down for a second. Josh Donaldson. That'll be a fly ball to right. Hey, how's it going? Dual coach, so that's referring to Quake Champions, or Diabolical. They're like arena FPS games that I play, and so there's like dual in that game, and that's my cat Misty. She watches a lot of those games, so you know she's seen all my mistakes, so she would be the one to consult, I guess. Not able to make anything happen there. So here's Garcia facing Teeters, Cox, and Gardner. I mean, he's on 68 pitches, just the two hits, 2 walks, but pretty happy with him so far. Gonna try to keep riding him. The 1-1 to Teeters. Ground ball to second for the first out. Oh, nice, nice. Never got too into StarCraft, but definitely enjoyed watching like people play. I played like a little bit of Brood Wars like way back in the day, but never very seriously. Some friends of mine were like way more into the game than I was, but definitely a great game. That's gonna be an infield single. For sure, yeah. Old school. Oh, I should have thrown over for Gardner. He's got wheels. Make sure you get that ball to first. All right, perfect. Last thing we need is a base runner in that spot on a strikeout. So, probably think about getting somebody up here. He's gone 587 pitches so far. I'm gonna get Peacock ready to go, but I will go batter by batter with Garcia in the next inning. 3-0 to Gonzalez. Swinging! Somebody take that bat out of that man's hand. I was hoping the 3-0 was just going to be a walk there. Dickerson also goes down. Here's Fielder, 1-2. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Razor FMG, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having yourself a good evening. Garcia's got the 2-2 coming up to Bryce Harper. Gets the strikeout. Corey Hart is swinging first pitch, but he will bang a base hit into center field. So 94 pitches here. I think maybe it's time to get him out. This is nice. I'm so used to managing, because we're in 2015. So I'm so used to managing the National League games and worrying about the pitcher spot, but with the DH, it's not something you got to consider. So for at least these 3 games with the Rays, it's a little bit easier. Full count. Oh man, getting into a little bit of trouble here though. We will have Wilhelmsen ready to go if he can't get out of this. Huge strikeouts. Now we can move the infield back. The 1-0 to Teeters. Oh no. Oh no. You bear down, you get the strikeout, and then we see the wild pitch, and then we see the walk. So I'm going to give him the number 9 hitter here, and if he like doubles or something, like if he does not record now, that's it. Perfect. Getting out of that with just the 1 run is okay. So Beltran, Castro, and Fowler. It will be Wilhelmsen in the next inning here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I will go with Marshall because of like they're really heavy left-handed. This lineup they've got. Love to see it. Let's just get that run right back. Castro steps in the 2-2. Oh, and he just erases the whole situation just like that. Come on. Dexter Fowler to the full count. That will be the 3rd out of the inning. can go with Marshall to face the top of the order. Got the left on left matches for all three of them. Nice play by Castro for the first out. 3-1. Oh no. That's probably a triple based on how long it took Trev to get to that ball. Hopefully not the inside the park home run. That's the worst one. Let him throw here, but yeah. Damn. So we're going to have to get some more activity in that bullpen. And we're just not having any success at the plate tonight, which is unfortunate. We are coming off 2 wins and an off day. So Dustin Pedroia will stand in here versus Marshall with 2 outs. The 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Foul territory. So we will get out of it, but we will need to get the bats going here. Odor, Donaldson, and Trout. Goes down swinging. JD on the 3-1. Does draw the walk. So one thing he's been very consistent at, we moved him to the leadoff spot maybe 15 games ago, and he has been taking his walks. Trout takes one right behind him on 4 pitches. Here's Gonzalez, the 0-2. Never like to see the 0-2. Dickerson on the first pitch, though. Just ends the threat. Alright, so Wilhelmsen will come in. Hopefully he can just keep the game here and we can take a crack at it in the top of the 9th. Pretty tough game. The bat's been silent. Pedro Alvarez, 3-1. Walks him. Full count to Teeters. Get that to second. At least we get the lead runner. Alright, so we'll just take our last crack at it here. We'll just be Fielder, Beltran, and Castro. There's not really any pinch hit moves to make. Let's just see what they can do. The 0-1 to Prince Fielder. Hits it right into the... Shifted over second baseman there. 1-2 to Beltran. 1-2 to Castro. 101. There he goes. Tough one. Tough one. Obviously, Gallardo gets a big mention in the AIs right up there. He had a good game. It's unfortunate to not be able to get more than... Well, he gave up 3 hits. We only had 4 all game. I mean, we pitched fine. Garcia's start was fine. Bullpen picked it up okay. But you do have to hit the baseball if you're going to win. And Gallardo gets the player of the game. We were hoping to shell him. That's what I was saying going into that one. So we are now just a game and a half up on the Phillies. The Phillies get a big win yesterday, looks like, versus the Padres. So need to get back to our winning ways. It's going to be the Rays again, same building, Tropicana. We have Vance Van Valkenburg, so he's going to make his second turn for the team after we traded for him right on the July 31st trade deadline. We made a trade for Van Valkenburg. We sent Jake Lamb, Mike Herrera, and Adam Wainwright. Wainwright having been replacement level for us, so we were replacing his spot in the rotation, and we kind of shoved him into this deal. We had to retain some of his contract to make it work. But we've replaced him now, Van Valkenburg. He had a decent outing his first time. We're hoping for more. But he was happy about the transaction. We're happy to see that. So we'll see how it goes. We are a little dismayed about the personality class. We're hoping that doesn't shine through, but let's see how this turn in the rotation goes. Fairly fairly rested bullpen. We can probably, if we need Peacock, we can maybe use them. But I mean, we've got 5 arms that are ready to go. Nobody is fatigued. Put together another lineup here. We're facing Estrada, 45 on a 20 to 80 scale. Scout says he has no consistent swinging. This pitch. Too interesting there. All right. I might mix this up a little bit. Give Davidson a chance at first. DH Prince Fielder today. Oh, yeah. Actually, I might do this as well. Give those two guys a chance. Tampa Bay Rays have drawn 30,739 to Tropicana Field for this one. And they're going to be sending Marco Estrada with his 7-7 record, a 4.68 ERA out to the mound. We will send Donaldson, Trout, and Gonzalez, pretty standard for us, top of the order, at least as of late, to start this game. Donaldson will see a 2-2 pitch. And he's able to get a base hit to get things going here, so that's great. Early base runners are huge. The best time to try to attack a starting pitcher would be that first inning. Trout needs to get going though. We need Mike Trout to be Mike Trout soon. Gonzalez 3-0. He will draw a walk. Dickerson just down on strikes on 3 pitches. And Fielder goes down swinging as well, so they will send up Gardner, Gonzalez, and Harper in the bottom of the first. See if we can mow him down. It's going to be a double to start things off. And the Tampa Bay Rays are going to score first here in the first inning. Not loving that. Harper does work the count full, hits it in the air to the right fielder. And that's going to get the runner over to third. So we need a strikeout here versus Kike. The 1-1. Or a fly ball that's shallow enough. Well, no, that looks like it's going to score him for sure. The Rays put up a 2 spot so far. Gets Pedroia to hit the ball in the air to Dickerson, so that's going to end the first inning, but the Tampa Bay Rays score 2 runs on 2 hits. Estrada will face Fowler, Castro, and Davidson. Let's get it back. Couple quick strikeouts for Marco Estrada. Matt Davidson sees an 0-2. Estrada's going to strike out the side. Nice little frame job by the catcher there, but it'll be Yonder Alonso, Pedro Alvarez, and Tim Teeters. 2-2. Strikeout for our guy. The 0-2 to Pedro Alvarez. He gets his own couple of strikeouts to start the inning. Will he strike out the side? No. Peter says, I will take that 1-2 and I will place it into right field for a base hit. 1-2 to Cox. Twice in a row, they are able to turn a 1-2 count into a base hit. Gardner's going to bat here with first and third. First pitch swinging. Hits it on the ground to the second baseman, and that's going to end the inning. So at least we get out of that without allowing a run. Living Good, Donaldson, and Trout. Let's get something going here. Just a couple quick outs for Estrada. Mike Trout stands in with 2 gone, 2-0. And he's going to just loft one out to center field for the 3rd out. Makes a running catch is what it said. The graphics certainly didn't make it look that way. They've got another base hit. It's going to be a double and 5 hits already given up by Vance Van Valkenburg. Gonzalez on second. Full count to Harper. And we'll keep the runner at second, so we got that going for us here. Here's Kike Hernandez, the 2-2. Oh no. Caught? Oh no. Just not a good outing so far at all. Just gonna get Lyles just tossing a baseball around. Don't know if I'm gonna have to bring him in or not, but if we get out of this, I'd like to keep this guy going a bit more. 3-1. The walk isn't wonderful at this point. 6 hits and a walk, and only the 2 strikeouts. And that's gonna end his day. Well, hopefully he doesn't make us regret this trade. I mean, you're going to get bad outings out of your starters every once in a while. But that's going to be it for him, so... Van Valkenburg ends up tossing 73 pitches. He only goes 2 2/3. That's 6 runs on 7 hits, a home run, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. So not a good day. You can see a pretty significant increase in the ERA from just those 2 2/3 innings. Terrible. Lyles is going to open up with a 3-0 count to Teeters, and he will walk him on 4 pitches. So things not going great for the pitching staff currently. That one's going to be hitting the air to the right fielder Fowler to end the inning. We've got Miguel Gonzalez, Corey Dickerson, and Prince Fielder here in the top of the 4th. Well, we're going to get 1 back. So now it's only a 5-run mountain that we need to climb. And I mean, we do have the firepower in this offense to you know, get back into this thing if they start throwing some hangers up there. Be the 2nd out. Dexter Fowler is going to bat here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Works the count full. And that's going to be it for the Mets here. Top of the order for Lyles. Like, I'm going to keep him going for now. I mean, he hasn't thrown many pitches. 2-1 to Gardner. On the ground to Fielder. Takes it himself to the bag for the 1st out. Carlos Gonzalez, the 1-0. Fielder getting some work here in the 4th inning. And here's Bryce Harper. He stands in 0 for 2 on the day. Lyles, the full count offering, but it will be a hit for Harper. And he's going to get a double. Looked like a hustle double, given where that ball landed. Kike standing in 1 for 2, or 1 for 1, the 0-2. Goes down swinging. So Lyles, 25 pitches so far. We're going to have to keep this bullpen going. Rich Wells will potentially come in next inning. It's going to be Castro. So the bottom of the order with Castro, Davidson, and Justin Living Good here. Living Good recently coming off the injured list. He didn't have a rehab assignment. He's a bench player. I didn't know if I wanted to give him a rehab assignment. I had kind of a situation with one of our players, Addison Russell, who is a recent draftee, and I needed to send him down because he was just not doing well in Living Good's absence for 4 weeks, so I didn't do the rehab assignment thing. I'm not expecting a lot of results out of Living Good due to not doing like a 5 to 7 game rehab in AAA. Hopefully he'll get going in a couple of weeks. It's my hope. Donaldson, though, is going to bat with 2 on. And it looks like he's going to get himself at least a double. That should clear the bases. Very deep, fantastic. We're going with the... Oh, no. Oh, so they get the runner and JD is injured. So that's really too bad. It's only a bruised shin, 3 days. That's not nearly as bad as it could have been. This puts me in a terrible spot. The only guy who can really play third is Davidson, who's playing first. Can Living Good play third? Because I think they make me forfeit. Don't I? If I move him to first, like don't I lose the DH? I believe that's what happens. If I put Rubnet Odor at third right now. Or like who else? Like, can anybody else play first? He can play first. Okay. So that's what we'll be doing. Alright, so Trout the 2-2. So my backup catcher is going to move to first base. And then Matt Davidson will move over to third. He's got at least some range over there. I mean, this guy doesn't have much his infield range and area are pretty rough, but it's only first base. I mean, he's not going to be ranging over for anything. Living Good can try to get some balls, but hopefully he can just catch the baseball. I'm going to bring in Rich Wells here to face Dustin Pedroia, Yonder Alonso, and Pedro Alvarez. And it'll be an 0-1 Pedroia. It's a single into right field. Yonder Alonso stands in the 0-2. Wells gets him swinging. Alvarez will swing at the first pitch. Hits it in the air to Dickerson, who's there for the second out of the inning. And now Tim Teeters, 2-2. So Living Good throws it over to Shumaki, who's able to record the putout. So far so good over at first. Wells, I think I'm going to keep Wells for the time being. Gonzalez, Dickerson, and fielder here. The 0-2 to Gonzalez. Excellent. If there's anything we need now with 4-run deficit, it's base runners. 0-2 to Dickerson. This guy's getting ahead in the count. Oh, no, now they've got a new pitcher. So Broxton gets ahead in the count, just like the guy before him. And that's the first out of the inning. Prince Fielder stands in. Another 0-2 count for Broxton. He will hit into a double play. 5-4-3. That will be the inning. Wells will face Cox, Gardner, and Gonzalez. 3-2. I always love to see the strikeout on the full count. Another strikeout for Wells. Because you just never know how that one's going to go. Another full count. Hit on the ground to Living Good, who gets it over to Shumaki, and that's going to be the inning. So we are through 6. We're trailing 6-2 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Fowler, Castro, and Davidson will come in here to face Broxton. Cook will come in for the next inning, but he will go to tiring if we keep him warming up. There we go. That should be 2 bases. Back-to-back doubles from the looks of things. All right, so now only a 3-run deficit. We've got none out in the 7th inning. We've got a man in scoring position. The 1-2 to Davidson, though, doesn't turn out well. And here's Justin Livingood. Swinging first pitch. Come on, poke a single through. Ah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Oh, that's... Can we give that back? It's too bad he was basically the only guy we could use at first base. So Cook will face Harper, Kike Hernandez, and Dustin Pedroia. The 3-2 to Harper. Kike is going to loft one out to right field. What was with that graphic? It looked like he was not going to go. Oh, man. So we're just throwing the ball to the backstop now. Ryan Cook cannot connect with his battery mate. And there's another run for the Tampa Bay Rays. Not great. Don't really want to burn any of these pitchers. I mean, it's a 4-run lead, though, so somebody's pitch. Perkins it is. Go foul. Okay. The 1-2. Another hit. Well, Tampa Bay is having a good series at home versus us, that's for sure. Another hit. Alright, I think he's going to have to come out. He's coming out next pitch, next hitter. But Perkins wasn't quite ready yet. I wasn't expecting him to take another hitter. I mean, this could be a walk, 3-2. Oh, good. Don't want it to get any worse than it is. Willie Perkins in. Trout will bat here. He's going to face Edwin Jackson, the 2-2. Puts good wood on it. Looks like it'd just be a single. But he does get on base. And Gonzalez singles right after him. We're stringing a couple hits together. Corey Dickerson, the 1-1. Is that a G? Well, at least it wasn't the dreaded GIDP. Fielder. Alright, so now we're one swing of the bat away from tying this game. That's the wrong swing of the bat. Oh. Oh, I thought thought for a second maybe he'd made it. Alright, so Perkins is just going to try to keep the game where it is. Our win probability is not high currently. But you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark. There's always a chance. Perkins gets him in order. So Davidson, Livingood, and Shumaki. I think I'm going to let... I mean, there's... Like, if we happened to tie it, it would cause so many problems. Just because of the infield positioning situation we're in right now. But we're not gonna tie it, unfortunately. Here's the last chance in the ninth. The Tampa Bay Rays have taken the first two games of the series. This one ends up 7-3. Oh yeah, Miguel Gonzalez with a big day. So does he? So our guy's getting the game, the player of the game. Meanwhile, they've won 7-3. But he did have a big game. So he did have the double and the home run. and he did go 3 for 3. We end up with 8 hits overall. Van Valkenburg with a pretty rough outing, as we mentioned earlier, only 2 2/3, 6 runs on 7 hits, 2 strikeouts and a walk, and he does give up that home run. Bullpen was fine. Cook ran into a little bit of a spot, but the bullpen mostly held it down, including Perkins and Lyles going, an inning, over an inning, and then Wells with 2. So obviously they had a lot of work to do when the starter doesn't do that much, doesn't put in a great effort. That's an unfortunate game for the team. Move to the next day. So now we're going to have to manage the next couple of days without Josh Donaldson, although they're saying it's only 1 day, and it doesn't influence hitting and throwing. So we could actually just play him. He did have 2 hits in the last game. I am just going to give him the day just because it's only 1 day. And Matt Davidson can have another go at it after working a walk yesterday in his 3 trips to the plate, or his 4 plate appearances overall. Gonzalez, of course, this is very common. Having a catcher as your second best hitter is a little bit of a curse, but he's going to need a day off, which means Schumacher will be in there. He's had some recent success. Obviously, he didn't do anything in what we just saw, but he had home runs on both the 24th of July and then when he started a week later on the 31st, he homered again. So we're hoping we can see some of that. He does have that home run power. We will see big game James Shields. He's bringing his 45 on the 20 to 80 scale. My scout thinks he should be a spot starter. Pretty good versus both lefties and righties. We're going to have Jared Terpstra heading out there. 4 2/3 last time. What was this game? Oh yeah, this is the one loss in Miami. That's right. It was the first game of the series. So yeah, 4 2/3. He did throw 85 pitches, but he ran into some trouble with the walks. Gave up a long ball. Hoping he can bounce back a little bit from that. He had a really bad outing on the 22nd as well, but he's typically been a pretty reliable guy for us. Yeah, 5 runs there, 5 runs there. But there's some long patches here, like 6 innings, no runs, 6 innings, 2 runs, 5, 3 runs. He's been fairly reliable, and we did sign him to a contract due to that reliability. So really, like, all those guys are usable except for potentially Sean Marshall. Will only use them if it comes down to an emergency situation where we're just out of arms. But otherwise, everybody in this bullpen can be used. Let's put together our last designated hitter lineup for a little bit. So JD not gonna play today, so he will not lead off. Of course, Castro will get a chance to lead off. Was the leadoff hitter for most of the first half of the year. Gonzalez getting the day off. That's going to put Corey Dickerson in the 3-hole. I will probably hit Prince Fielder cleanup. Beltran will get the DH spot. Oops. Oh yeah. Like, what are we missing? I'm so used to the catcher just being in the 3-hole. To break up the righty-lefty situation there, we'll go with that for the order. I kind of like this against having the lefty-lefty against the right-handed starter. It's so exploitable later in the game if they want to bring in a lefty reliever. Can be a problem. All right, so the Tampa Bay Rays have drawn 31,011 fans to Tropicana Field for this one. And it will be Jared Terpstra versus James Shields. Shields will face Castro, Trout, and Dickerson here to start things off. Hopefully we can salvage a win in this series after dropping those first 2. That's the way to start it off. So Castro has an opportunity in the leadoff spot, and he does start things off with an extra base hit. Be standing on second here for Mike Trout. Full count, and Mike Trout's going to hit that ball into the stands. That's why we've got him in the 2-hole. We want a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Every chance we can get it. Corey Dickerson 0-2. He will hit the ball in the air to the center fielder. And it's caught by Bryce Harper, who's out there in center for the Tampa Bay Rays. Fielder goes down swinging. There's Carlos Beltran. Beltran's got himself a double. Nice to see the bats going here in the first anyway. There we go. There we go. We won't run on the cannon. Just asking to get thrown out there. But hopefully Davidson can do something with first and third. The 0-2 from James Shields. Hit in the air to the left fielder. That should end the threat, and it will. So Terpstra's going to face 3 lefties, so they do run out 3 lefties just like they did the first time. Gardner, Carlos Gonzalez, and Bryce Harper. The 2-2 to Brett Gardner to start things off. Is hit on the ground to Prince Fielder and will be taken over to the bag for the out. Carlos Gonzalez is swinging on the first pitch. He hits it in the air to Mike Trout in center field. There are 2 gone. And the 1-0 to Bryce Harper. Hit to Fielder for the third out of the inning. Nice tidy 1-2-3 first for our guy, Jared Terpstra. Excellent work. Drawing the walk by Rugi. But Jim Shumaki just decides to hit into a double play and erase the whole situation. So Starlin Castro will hit with the bases empty. Here's the 1-2 from James Shields. Starlin Castro has his second hit of the game. Is that going to be 2 doubles? Second extra base hit of the game in the leadoff spot from Starlin Castro. You'll love to see that. Mike Trout works another full count. I believe it was a full count the first time. And that's a walk. So another good outcome for Trout. Dickerson, though, swinging on the first pitch, hits it in the air to Harper, and that's the third out of the inning. All right, so Terps just got Kike, Pedroia, and Alonso. The 4-5-6 hitters. First pitch swinging by Dustin Pedroia. That's going to get in there for a hit in center field. Or, sorry, that was Kike. But Kike promptly gets thrown out trying to steal. That's actually huge because, like, look at his catcher arm. So getting a throw out from him is a bonus. That was an 0-2 count that he got thrown out on, and Dustin Pedroia worked that all the way back to a walk. 2-2 to Alonso is a strikeout from Jared Terpstra. 0-2 to Alvarez, another strikeout. Let's go. Fielder, Beltran, and Fowler will face James Shields. The 1-0. Let's go. 6 hits for the team already here in the third inning. And Beltran's got himself another one. Hopefully that gets the run in. That's pretty deep into the gap. No. Won't get the run in, but we've got 2 in scoring position. It's going to be Fowler getting a chance here. Fowler is not able to cash anything in with his ground out to second. Matt Davidson works a full count, and he is going to trot down to first base with the walk. So Rougned Odor is going to get a chance with the bases loaded, 1 out. He's got a 1-0 coming. Oh, and he grounds into the double play to end the threat. The worst possible thing he could do there. Unfortunate. Terpstra's going to face Teeters, Cox, and Gardner here in the bottom half of the third inning. Tropicana Field. Back to the pitcher's mound. But it will be an infield hit for Tim Teeters. 3-1 to Matt Cox. Gets down the bunt. We go to second and we don't get the lead runner. Disappointing to not get it out there. I mean, I feel like we might have to do some infields after the game. We get the first out of the inning here. Carlos Gonzalez will bat with runners on first and second and 1 out. First pitch coming. Hit in the air to Trout for the second out of the inning. The runners will stay put. 1-2 to Harper. We get out of it. Let's go. Huge. So it will be Shibaki, Castro, and Trout. We've got the 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. 2-2 to Castro. The 0-1 to Mike Trout, and he's got another hit. Get hot, Mike Trout. Let's go on a winning streak. 1-2 to Corey Dickerson. It's going to hang up there, though, for their center fielder, Bryce Harper, for the third out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the fourth with a 2-0 lead, and they will send up Kike Hernandez, Dustin Pedroia, and Yonder Alonso. Now, Jared Terpscher's on 45 pitches. He's thrown 3 innings, given up 2 hits, but he's got 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. We're happy with so far, and we certainly will keep riding him. The 1-2 to Kike Hernandez is a strikeout. 2-2 to Pedroia. Down for a base hit into right field. Played back in by Dexter Fowler, and in steps Yonder Alonso. The 2-1. Treads back on it near the warning track, and he will track it down for the second out of the inning. Full count to Pedro Alvarez. Hit to Prince Fielder. That's going to be the third out. Heading to the fifth. We continue to lead the Rays 2-0. Fielder, Beltran, and Dexter Fowler here in the fifth. And Fielder's able to work a walk on the full count. Good to see. Don't look now, but does Beltran have 3 hits on the day? 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. Let's go. Have a day, Carlos Beltran. Fowler hits it on a line to the shortstop. So everybody's going to stay put. And here's Matt Davidson with first and second and 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Ball comes home. But you'll just loft it out into right field for the second out. Rougned Odor bats the 1-2. That's hit to the left fielder and will end the inning. So we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth here. Terpscher's going to face Teeters, Cox, and Gardner. I don't see any reason to have any activity in the bullpen. He's cruising right along. 1-1. Gives up a base hit here, his 4th of the game. Wow. So I said it earlier. Getting throwouts from this catcher is huge. And did he just get 2? 1 game? Amazing. Terpscher's got himself another strikeout. The 1-0 to Brett Gardner with 2 outs. Hit on the ground. A Rougned Odor plays it to fielder. That's 3 outs in the inning. So Starlin Castro is going to hit with 1 out here in the 6th. And does he have another hit? We are hitting their pitching today. Starlin Castro is now 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. Trout's going to fly out to center for the second out of the inning. Dickerson. Dickerson will hit it into the stands. Let's go. 4-0. So Fielder goes down swinging to end the inning, but we get 2 more on the Corey Dickerson 2-run bomb, and it's 4-0. Terpscher I'm just going to keep going with for now. I will get actually Wilhelmsen up just in case something happens here in the 6th, but He's been pretty strong. He gets Gonzalez on 3 pitches. Here's Harper, 0-2. He gets Harper on 3 pitches. Here's Kike. He only needs 1 pitch to retire Kike. That's the 6th. So now, he's only on 82 pitches. He's going along strong. I don't see any reason to take him out yet. Great to see him bouncing back too after like he had such a rough outing the last time. Well, there's a double play ball by Fowler. Matt Davidson stands in. 2 gone in the 7th inning. 1-2. That's the 3rd out. All right, so Pedroia, Yonder Alonso, and Pedro Alvarez, the 2-2 coming in. Fielder's getting a lot of ground balls in this game. The 1-0 to Yonder Alonso. It's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Another clean inning. Takes him to 95 pitches. Bottom of the order. I don't think I really need to ride him any longer than this. I think I'll just have Perkins try to throw the 8th. So a job well done by Terpstra. Happy to see him bounce back. And Rougned Odor is going to get himself on base to lead off the 8th inning. With a single to right field, Shumaki will stand in. 2-2. That's going to get down. That's the 2nd hit of the inning and the 2nd hit in a row as we're stringing them together a little bit. 0-2 to Castro. Castro has another hit on the day. The man is 4 for 5. I mean, we put him in the leadoff role in Donaldson's absence, and he really delivers, so great to see. We're probably just going to move him back down because he was not doing well on a long period of time. Leadoff spot, so deep, good. Deep, good. No, we're not. So we get a run in there on the grounder. Fielder's going to bat with 1st and 3rd. He's going to bang a single into right field. So that's going to be the 6th run of the... Oh, he's going to bang a double into right field. It's now 6-0. And it will put runners at 2nd and 3rd. So we have a chance to continue to tack on runs here with Carlos Beltran, who is swinging a hot bat all day. 4 for 4 on the day. Beltran and Castro, it's going to be a competition between those two for both player of the game and who gets the big mentions in the AI. It's right up. The AI tends to mention one player, so we'll see who they choose here. Glenn Perkins is though going to come in here and pitch Tim Teeters, Matt Cox, and Brett Gardner for the 8th inning. 0-2. And he just comes in there and strikes out the side. Let's go. I think I'm just going to try to let Jordan Lyles end this thing off. Fowler, Davidson, and Odor for us in the 9th. Dexter Fowler will work a walk. Matt Davidson. Hit in the air to center. Harper will haul it in and get that ball in time to not allow Fowler to advance to second base. And Rougned Odor will bat. The 3-0 checks his swing, and he does have a walk. The Schumacher's deep fly ball to center field will get Fowler over to third. And we'll be first to third here, but the ball is hit on the ground at the short. Oh, ball is hit on the ground at the shortstop, but Tim Peters fields the ball, holds onto it, and Starlin Castro is now 5 for 6 in this game. Have a day, Starlin Castro. Trout will work a walk here with the count full to load the bases. Corey Dickerson, the 0-2. He's down swinging, so that's finally going to end the 9. Tack on another run. We've got the 7-0 lead. Jordan Lyles is going to come in and try to get the pinch hitter Scott Hairston, Bryce Harper, and then Kike Hernandez. It is 3-1 to Hairston. So Lyles will walk Hairston to start off the 9th. Harper stands in 2-2. Harper's going to get himself a single, so a couple of quick base runners. So I'm going to get more activity going here. Wilhelmsen can come in if this gets bad. Like, we will bring Wilhelmsen in here. That's going to be a base hit. So an infield hit for Pedroia loads the bases. So they are threatening a little bit. Yeah, so this is going to be his last hitter, regardless of what happens. And he is going to throw away the shutout that the pitching staff had going. Oh, this is supposed to be his last hitter. Well, at least that was an out. That's a mistake by me, but at least he gets the out and no damage was done, so that actually was okay. But here's Wilhelmsen. The 1-2. So that's going to end the baseball game. The New York Mets win, so we do take one of the 3-game series to the Tampa Bay Rays. Starlin Castro is going to get the mention, and I mean, he did have 5 hits to Beltran's 4. Huge day at the plate. Awesome job. Gets the full write-up. Everything is about Castro on that write-up. We have 17 hits on the day, so we make up a little bit for the cold bats over the last 2 in the first 2 games. The Tampa Bay Rays, and Terpstra has a great game, going 7. He gives up no runs on 4 hits, 8 strikeouts and a walk. Great outing, 95 pitches, and the bullpen was very good as well. Terpstra gets the player of the game. That's a little bit of shade. I mean, all of those nice things that the AI had to say about Starlin Castro's day at the plate. But at the end of the day, Jared Terpstra's 7 strong innings gets the player of the game award. Interesting. So we're back to 2.5 up on the Phillies. So the Phillies did lose to the Padres. And that's going to send us back home. So now we are back at Citi Field. The Rockies are in. Colorado Rockies are in a bit of a fight for the lead over in the Western Division, but they are 6 back of the Diamondbacks, who are kind of running away with it a little bit. So that's going to probably put them firmly in the wild card race. Yeah, so they're actually the second wild card right now. So they've got a lot to play for. We're going to see Jose Gallardo to start things off. He's coming off a very strong outing, and then he went 7 1/3 the outing before, but no runs in this game. No strikeouts. That's kind of a weird thing to see. 14 ground balls, no strikeouts in 7 innings. Like, he's got decent stuff. Good fastball, forkball, and sinker. I mean, he gets strikeouts. 6K per 9. And again, my scout thinks he should be a spot starter. OSA thinks he's a dice roller. Let's take a quick look at the situation with the bullpen. Marshall's potentially usable, but we've got Costa, Cook, Wilhelmsen, Peacock, and Wells ready to go. Those are all pretty strong arms. 60 win team we're facing, so we're at 66 and 45 going into this one. Fully rested hitting core, and we go back to managing with the pitcher's spot, which we're much more used to. Donaldson fully recovered from his injury, so he's just going to go back into that leadoff spot. Even though Castro had such a great day, we'll probably just hit him 6th here today after that great day. And I mean, Carlos Beltran's got to play. I'm sorry, Fowler, but you will not be playing in this one. Beltran just lit the world on fire yesterday. We have drawn 37,278 to Citi Field. I'm going to send out Zach Greinke. Greinke's coming off a game where he threw 6 and he only gave up 1 run on a solo home run. He's been solid as of late, but having a little bit of a down year compared to how he's been, especially given the fact that he was our Cy Young Award winner last season. Colorado Rockies lineup for today will be LeMahieu, Kiermaier, Peralta, Ortiz, Ramos, Chisenhall, and then Hardy, Gentry, and Jose Gallardo in the pitcher spot. And Zach Greinke will see DJ LeMahieu, Kevin Kiermaier, and David Peralta, David Freight Train Peralta, here to start this game off. The 1-2 to DJ LeMahieu. Hopefully we can get some good wins in here for the home crowd. We're here for this series and the next one. I believe it's 7 games home. The 1-2. Fielder will take it down. Here's Greinke coming home with the 0-2. But Kiermaier looked like he got a good swing on that baseball, but it's going to hang up there for Corey Dickerson. And the 1-2 to Dave Peralta will be Greinke's first strikeout of the game to end the first inning. We will be sending up our standard Josh Donaldson, Mike Trout, and Miguel Gonzalez to start off the first inning against Jose Gallardo. And we're hoping to have something like yesterday's game and get a couple runs in the first. Donaldson goes down swinging, though. The 3-0 to Trout will be a 4-pitch walk. And Gonzalez gets a full count, and he takes a walk of his own. Let's go. Dickerson on the 0-1 with a couple base runners on. Dribbles in front of the mound. Gets himself an infield hit, though. Let's go. All right, so Prince Fielder's got a big opportunity with the bases loaded in the first inning. And he's got a 3-1 count. He's going to get himself an RBI by working that walk. Awesome. And Starlin hot back Castro. Hopefully we'll get a sac fly. He will. So we do put up 2 runs on the inning. To this point, the 1-2 to Beltran. So that's going to end the threat as Beltran goes down swinging. Well, David Ortiz here. David Ortiz of 39 years old. He's got 18 home runs on the year, so still pretty good ratings for a 39-year-old. He's put up a half win. Greinke's going to throw him a 1-0. Ortiz is just going to loft one out to Mike Trout. There's Wilson Ramos, works the count full. And Greinke's got his second strikeout of the game. Let's go. Bonnie Chisenhall's going to work a full count. He's going to get himself a walk. Here's JJ Hardy, the 1-2. Oh, Hardy looks like he maybe... No, the balls to left field have been deceiving. Dickerson just tracks that one down and ends the inning. And will be Ruben Odor, Zach Greinke, and Josh Donaldson here. Odor just bounces one straight back to the pitcher for the first out. In steps Zach Greinke. Greinke hits the ball on a line to the pitcher, and that's the second out. Donaldson's got a 1-2 count. And he will get a base hit. Let's go. Trout can't do anything with it, though. He goes down swinging on 3 pitches. So Greinke is coming out here for the third, facing Gentry, Gallardo, and DJ LeMahieu, the 0-1. I believe it's Gentry. Either way, he's got himself a single. Gallardo steps in, the 1-2. Bunts it back to the box. Gets it down, moves the runner over, and there's 1 out. 2-2 to DJ LeMahieu. Greinke's got himself another strikeout. And Kiermaier swinging first pitch. Hits it in the air. Trout's going to get to it, though, and that's the third out of the inning. So Zach Greinke has gotten through the first 3 frames against Colorado without allowing a run. And Miguel Gonzalez, Corey Dickerson, and Fielder will come in here in the third inning for the New York Mets. Oh. Diving catch made there. Sea Dizzle, they call him. Dickerson goes down, and Fielder goes down, and that's going to be the third. Thank you. Greinke's got the first out in the fourth. Here's David Ortiz working a full count. Another one back to the pitcher. Second out of the inning. And the 0-2 to Wilson Ramos. Another 1-2-3 effort from Zach Greinke. Castro, Beltran, and Odor in the home half of the fourth. Castro's hit it in the air, but it will expire short of the warning track in right field for the out. Seems kind of weird to me having Kevin Kiermaier. Well, I mean, the ratings speak for themselves. Yeah, this guy's got a way better range. But you just expect seeing Kiermaier in center. You see that name and you expect center field. Rio to Odor. And I mean, I'm just gonna have Greinke swing here. He's on 64 pitches, and he's just cruising along against this Rockies lineup. He will hit it on the ground, though, to second base for the third out of the inning, but we're definitely going to try to get more length out of him here as he comes out there for the top of the fifth, facing Chisenhall, Hardy, and Gentry. The 0-2. Will be a base hit. And he's able to get the double play ball from J.J. Hardy for the first 2 outs of the inning. And here's the first pitch to Craig Gentry. Ground ball to third for the third out. Let's go. Zach Greinke faces the minimum in the fifth. He's sitting on 75 pitches. He's just allowed the 2 hits, the walk, and he has 4 strikeouts to go along with that. And JD's got himself a single. I believe that's 2 hits on the day, it is. So Trout's got a single to follow that. We've got first and second for Miguel Gonzalez, the 0-2. Gonzalez is going to GIDP. But it will move Josh Donaldson to third, so let's hope Dickerson can poke one through the infield. No, Dickerson does one better. Oh, wait. Okay, that first looked like it was a shot. Then it looked like it was going to be caught. It ends up being a triple, which is an excellent outcome, obviously, and we score Donaldson. Good job. And then the wild pitch will score Corey Dickerson, so we now have a 4-run lead. Fielder swings through that. That's 5 innings. Greinke's got the pinch hitter, Ramon Batista, and then the top of the order with LeMahieu and Kiermaier. Batista's just going to hit it in the air on the first pitch to Mike Trout. 1-2 to LeMahieu. Down swinging, let's go. Kevin Kiermaier, the 1-2. Zach Greinke having an outing. 85 pitches. I think we could still have him go. Peralta's 0 for 2. Ortiz is 0 for 2. Wilson Ramos. Yeah, I think we sent him out there. We will have an arm going once there are 2 outs. Just in case. Beltran puts a good swing on it, but it's going to hang up there for their center fielder Gentry, not Kevin Kiermaier. And Rougned Odor will stand in. He's going to see the 2-2. He's going to hit it into the left field stands. Yeah. Oh, no. He's going to hit it, sorry, off the top of the wall, and he'll cruise into second with a double. That ball looked like it might go, but it just didn't. So Greinke, I'm going to hit Greinke here. He will swing. But we'll get Peacock throwing the baseball around a little bit. The wild pitch moves Odor over to third base, and they've got Yu Darvish in a relief situation. Okay. Greinke's gonna cash in Odor with an RBI single. I thought for a moment that may hang up and get caught. Greinke is a great hitting pitcher. Like, if you're only talking about pitchers, he's upper echelon. Now, upper echelon hitters for the pitchers is still like, you wouldn't make the big leagues or AAA even as a position player with your bat. But definitely compared to the other pitchers, he's fucking awesome. But he does give up a hit here. So Peralta gets on to start the 7th. That's the third hit of the game only given up by Greinke. But we're going to start to think about Okay, well, that base runner has been erased. Miguel Gonzalez with a great throw to get him stealing. But we do have to start being kind of cautious with Zach Greinke. The 2-2 comes in. Although he says, what's the need for caution? I'm just going to strike out David Ortiz. 1-2 to Wilson Ramos. That's hit to Castro, so Greinke is through 7 innings. Excellent work. .96 pitches at this point. I don't think we need to go using Brad Peacock. But I think Zach Greinke will come out of the game. Chisenhall, Hardy, Gentry. Yeah, that's a good spot for Wells. Trout, first pitch swing in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher, Christian Martinez. Trout hits it in the air to right center field, but it will be tracked down by the right fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. And Miguel Gonzalez will stand in. Hits it in the air to almost the same spot as Trout. Kiermaier is there. And Corey Dickerson. He's going to hit that ball on the ground to the first baseman, David Ortiz, who gets it over to the pitcher Martinez, covering for the 3rd out of the inning. So Zach Greinke is going to come out of the game here. Awesome job. 96 pitches from Zach. He throws 7 innings. He does not allow a run on 3 hits, and he records 7 strikeouts while issuing 1 walk. So that's a great outing. Excellent work for Zach Greinke. That's player of the game material there. We'll see what happens in the write-up. Wells induces a ground ball from Lanny Chisenhall to Josh Donaldson, who gets it over to fielder for the out. And Wells gets a fly ball for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Craig Gentry, 2-2. Right down the middle from Wells, the 3rd out of the inning. Nice little job from Rich Wells for the 8th inning. And then I'm just going to have Cook go for the 9th. Fielder Castro and Beltran, bottom of the 8th. This fielder will get on base. So Odor hits with 2 outs and a man on first, the 2-2, hit on the ground to shortstop. And he goes the short way to second for the 3rd out of the inning. All right, so now we've got Cook coming in. We're going to try to finish this one off. They will have Caspo, DJ LeMahieu, and Kevin Kiermaier. Hoping we can hold on to the shutout this time. But Alberto Callaspo is able to get a single to start things off. Mayhew works the count full. He strikes him out though. I was fully expecting a walk. And then he strikes out Kiermaier. All right. And then he gets Peralta to ground to second to end the game. So another win for the team. This time we are able to hold on to the shutout. Greinke is going to get all the talk in the write-up from the AI as we're able to put together 8 hits for the team. Donaldson and Dickerson with the multi-hit efforts. It will be Greinke getting the player of the game, as I had anticipated. As we mentioned before, he goes 7 innings without allowing a run. And he gets the strikeouts. Wells and Cook finish things off in a clean way for the team, only allowing 1 hit over 2 innings of work for the bullpen. So that's a nice clean win. Feeling good about that one. Still 2.5 games up on the Phillies, so the Phillies are able to beat the Diamondbacks. And as we looked at before this game, the Diamondbacks are first in that Western Division, so the Phillies are actually playing a pretty tough series at the moment. That's in Arizona. We're going to continue with our series with the Rockies, though. I'm going to play through at least this Rockies series. We've been going here for about an hour and a half. So yeah, probably at least the Rockies series. I don't know if we'll play the Pirates series or not. We'll see how we're feeling. 10 p.m. now. We'll see how things are going. For this game, we've got Max Scherzer. Scherzer's coming off an outing where he went 4 2/3, but we won that game. Like, that game ended up fine. It's just he kind of was running up his pitch count a little bit early on. Like, he was on 89 pitches, so we had to take him out, and the bullpen came in and did a great job against the Marlins. Now, this is a different team than the Marlins, who are last place in our division. The Rockies, of course, have 60 wins. The Marlins are only, at this point, sitting on 43. So a tougher assignment for Scherzer, but we're hoping he can rise to the occasion. Just a completely fine spot for the bullpen. No need to be making any moves in AAA, although I do want to kind of check on the team. Couple losses lately. So Russell's been able to get a few hits. We had to send him back down just very recently, when Justin Livingood came off the injured list for us. So we want Starlin Castro, who was tearing it up at AAA. Just tearing it up at AAA. And then we called him up and he was replacement level at the show. We are hoping we haven't hurt his confidence, and we're hoping he just returns to mashing it in AAA. And then we can bring him up next season to be our starter. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to face Jeff Nord. 45 on the 20-80 scale. But he has potential to pitch his way into an emergency starter role, according to our head scout. Oh, he's gotten pretty deep in his last couple of games. It's fairly impressive. He's got very good stamina, actually. That checks out. And, like, he's not... I mean, these aren't terrible ratings. Like, he shouldn't walk a ton. And he doesn't. And he shouldn't give up a ton of home runs. And he doesn't. Like, it's not... Those aren't huge numbers. You'd love to see them under 1 for the home runs if you can help it, but... Alright, let's see what we can do against him. As we will draw 37,407. Just gonna stick with the... oh, so this is a lefty too. Okay, actually, let's take a look at his ratings here. So he's a lefty, so he's definitely a little bit stronger versus left-handed hitters, as is typical. No changes for the top 3 in the order. Or the top 4 in the order, actually. Fielder got himself... He's got hits in the last couple of games. And he's drawn walks. We're going to give Livingood definitely the start at second. But we will keep Fielder in. I mean, he's been playing well the last couple of games. Let Fowler return to his spot in right field. It's kind of been like our attendance. We're kind of consistently at 37,000 for attendance. That's just where we've been. All right, so Max Scherzer will face. So the Rockies lineup today is LeMahieu, Kiermaier, and Peralta, Ortiz, Ramos, Chisenhall, Hardy, Gentry, and Nort. So exact same lineup as yesterday, if I recall correctly, other than the pitcher spot changing up. And so it's LeMahieu, Kiermaier, David Peralta here in the top of the first inning. And Scherzer's going to have a 2-2 coming home. So we hope to keep the winning streak alive. Stream started off with 2 losses to the Rays, followed by a win to the Rays to salvage a win out of that series, and then now we've got a win here against the Colorado Rockies in the first series back home at Citi Field. Scherzer's able to retire LeMahieu for the first out, and here's Kiermaier, who works a full count and rips that ball into right field. He's going to get himself a double. Kiermaier stands on second as David Peralta hits the 0-2 from Scherzer. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, Justin Livingood, who's able to play that over to fielder for the second out of the inning. And in stands David Ortiz. The 2-1 from Scherzer. Took some sort of route to get to Max Scherzer. I don't know what that baseball hit on the infield, but Scherzer is able to field it, record the out. And Donaldson, Trout, and Gonzalez here in the bottom of the first. Donaldson's retired easily. Here's Trout, another 2-2 count. Straight up in the air, almost on top of home plate, and played by the catcher, Wilson Ramos, for the second out. So Miguel Gonzalez stands in with a full count, and he's just going to loft that ball into the waiting glove of Kevin Kiermaier out in right field for the third out of the inning. Oh no. Scherzer leaves a 2-0 pitch out over the plate, and catcher Wilson Ramos is able to deposit that ball into the stands. You hate to see it, but if you're going to give up home runs, at least make them be solo shots. My philosophy is that every once in a while, only if it's every once in a while. Not if it's twice in an inning. I was going to say every once in a while a hitter's just going to beat a pitcher, just going to guess right, or the pitcher's just going to make some sort of mistake. But if you make that mistake without walking guys first, it's always better. But if you make the mistake twice in the inning, I mean, that's no good. 2-2 here. He will get a strikeout. And hopefully with the pitcher spot here, he can just get out of it. There's another strikeout, so we do get out of it. But Scherzer gives up the 2 solo shots, and we're down 2-0. Dickerson, Fielder, and Castro. Nice. Dickerson is able to get himself right into scoring position. Fielder takes a shot. It's not successful. Here's Castro. He's going to get that ball down into center field for a base hit and move the runner over to third. So Fowler's going to hit with first and third and only one gone. Big opportunity, and we will score a run. Fowler brings him home. Base hit. Living good on the full count. Just don't be a double play. It will be. It will be a double play. So that's that. We get 1 run back, and Scherzer's going to face the top of the order. Second pitch swinging. It's an out on a line to Livingood. The 1-2 to Kiermaier. Second out. David Peralta on the 2-0. Nice clean inning for Max Scherzer. And on that note, Scherzer will lead off the third inning with Donaldson and Trout to follow. Donaldson's got himself a base hit to center. Strut's hit it in the air deep, but it will expire just shy of the warning track for the second out of the third inning. And Miguel Gonzalez is going to get a chance to hit with a runner on first, but he will hit a ground ball to third. The ball is sent over to the second baseman for the fourth out, and that's going to end the threat. Scherzer's going to face Ortiz, Ramos, and Chisenhall. Ortiz works a walk on a full count. Scherzer is able to induce a ground ball, though, to the shortstop for the 6-4-3 from Wilson Ramos after giving up a home run to him last time. So that's a big bounce back. And here's Lonnie Chisenhall swinging first pitch. Played by Livingood over to Prince Fielder. And we are out of the fourth inning. Dickerson, Fielder, and Castro. Fielder is able to get on base as the ball is booted by Lonnie Chisenhall. But Starlin Castro hits that ball right to the second baseman. It's a tailor-made double play. So, let's see. So Scherzer's on 55 pitches. I mean, he's given up those 2 solo shots. Well aware of that. And then just the 1 walk otherwise. 3 hits overall. Still going to keep riding him. He's got the bottom of the order here. Hopefully he can take care of that in short order. J.J. Hardy swinging on the second pitch. Hits it to Fielder, who'll take it unassisted to the bag. 2-1. Gentry's an easy out. Donaldson to Fielder. And here's the pitcher spot. The pitcher's able to make decent contact and hit a fly ball to center fielder, but Mike Trout is there. Now, it will be the third time through the order. But he's had success, except for Kiermaier's double. He will certainly start the 6th. Fowler's able to work a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 5th. And it's back-to-back walks as Livingood works a tough AB. So as I said, we're gonna bring him out there for the 6th, so I'm just gonna let him bunt. Even if we get to 2 strikes, even if he fouls out, he's still bunting. Because like my philosophy here in this spot is the last thing that I need Max Scherzer doing right now is to hit into the double play. So he can strike out here all he wants. If he fouls it, I mean, that's far better than the double play. And very often, I've had success with that, where like, I will just bunt when I've got 2 strikes, and like, I would say 40% of the time, I just see them lay it down on that 3rd try or whatever, on the 3rd strike try, or the 2 strikes try. They actually get the bunt down and get the runners over. Shaw with a big chance. He's going to be the 3rd walk of the inning. And Miguel Gonzalez on an 0-2 with the bases loaded is able to get a single down to tie the game. I'm going to try him with a fantastic runner situation. Let's go. There we go. Justin Livingood making those wheels count. So I will get activity up here. Especially now that we've got the lead. First pitch hit on a line to Donaldson from DJ LeMahieu, and here's Kevin Kiermaier. 1-2 from Scherzer. That's a strikeout. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And here's David Peralta. Now he's going to bang that ball into the gap. And he's going to get 3 bases out of it. Sad face. All right. Last batter for Scherzer. Doesn't matter. He takes care of it. He's on 77 pitches. I mean, we've got we've got a very rested bullpen. He's going so well. But Ramos has a home run and the double play ball. He's got Chisenhall both times, and yeah, Hardy's got the other home run. I think I'm just gonna go with Brad Peacock for the 7th inning. Both those guys have taken him deep this game. No sense chancing him having to go through those 3 hitters again. .65 hold runners, and he's the lefty, so we're not going to send Castro here. Oh no, don't be a double play. Hopefully Peacock is warm. I think you can, like, just do this. Yeah. Now he's... Alright, so Peacock's going to come in here and face the middle of the order. The 5, 6, 7 in Wilson Ramos, Lonnie Chisenhall, and JJ Hardy. So here's the 0-1 to Wilson Ramos. He's got the home run in the game, but that's his 2nd ground ball of the game. We're going to take that. Chisenhall, the 2-2 from Brad Peacock, is a strikeout. Brad Peacock, 66 strikeouts on the year. It's a nice tidy 7th inning for Peacock. Beltran getting the pinch hitting assignment. And he's able to convert it. Gets himself a double. Let's go. Or did he get thrown out? Perfect. Alright, Donaldson hitting with the runner in scoring position. He works the count full and is able to draw a walk. Really happy with JD in the leadoff spot. He's really pulling his weight. Castro is down to about 305 OPP in that leadoff spot for the first 3+ months of the season, so a move needed to be made, and JD's filled the role admirably. Alright, Wilhelmsen coming in. Gentry, the pitcher spot, and then DJ LeMahieu will be who he sees. Hoping he can just provide a setup role here for us, and then we'll bring in Costa to shut him down in the 9th. But he allows the base runner to lead things off. And here's Cayaspo pinch hitting. Messes up his bunt. Straight up in the air. Let's go. And LeMahieu, double play? Yes. Great job by Tom Wilhelmsen. Induces the double play ball. Gonna get Nikolai Costa. Dickerson will stand in here in the bottom of the 8th for the home team. Fielder's got himself a base hit. Here's Starlin Castro with the man on first and 1 out, the 1-2. He's down swinging. That'll be Dexter Fowler. Fowler's going to get a base hit down into right field. And that's going to move Fielder over to 3rd as the throw is offline. It would be really nice to tack on a run or two here. No doubt about that. But we're not able to do so as Davidson goes down swinging with the bases loaded. Alright, so Costa's got a really favorable assignment I mean, it's the 2-3-4 hitter. Okay, so they've just brought in Batista because Kiermaier was a lefty, Peralta is a lefty, and David Ortiz is the lefty, but now they've got the righty Batista facing Costa, the 2-2. Bringing in his 0.86 ERA and 19 saves. He does get the pinch hitter. And now he's got 2 lefties, so those are favorable matchups for him. Peralta says, who cares about handedness? I'm going to hit a ball into the gap no matter what. He's got 2 bases. Well, that's no good. Ortiz. Little fly ball just behind second base. Caught by Trout. 1 out away. Ramos, the 1-1. That should hang up there for Dickerson and end the ball game. And it will. So Costa slams the door. He picks up his 20th save on the season. 7 for us. 7 for us, but it said 19 in the AI commentary. And I believe he's got 20 on the year. 7 plus 13, yeah, so. Just to come back to this right up quickly, so they're talking about Scherzer. Scherzer will get the player of the game. He does go 6 innings. He allows 2 runs on 4 hits. And he strikes out 5 while walking 1. The team was able to put together 9 hits. A couple of 2-hit efforts from Castro and Fowler. Good to see. Dexter Fowler with a great day. 2 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Really, really good and effective day at the plate. And then the bullpen was great. I mean, can't ask for much more. That was a very tight game. And Peacock, Wilhelmsen are able to hold things together, get holds for themselves, and then Costa comes in and shuts the door for the 37,000 fans at Citi Field. We remain 2.5 up on the Phillies, so the Phillies win when we win. They beat the Diamondbacks twice in a row now. Just like we've beaten the Colorado Rockies twice in a row. Who they got going today? So it's Dylan Owens. 40, so he's about the median. He needs to develop a second consistent swing and miss pitch. We hear that a lot. It's like this guy's the leader of their team. So he has been... Looks like he's been used out of the bullpen a lot. Yeah, he doesn't have a start since the 4th of July. He was starting and looks like he was demoted to the bullpen. So for whatever reason, we've got to see him today. Again, I mean, our bullpen stays in a pretty good spot. Peacock, what did he do? He only threw 9 pitches, so he's very ready to go. Even Perkins could go. Cook would be our very last resort today, but all these guys are fine. No fatigue in the lineup. Got an off day coming in 5 days. And actually next week is a great day to sort of get the bullpen situated. But we haven't really taxed them much. We're on a 3-game win streak at this point. But always nice to have 2 off days in a week like that. We do have the Phillies coming up after that too, right? So that's an important series. We've got the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park for 4 games. So it's going to be really nice to sort of get things situated. Hopefully don't have too tough of a series against the Rockies. And then play those 4 against the Phillies. And then it looks like we're going to see them at Citi Field to end August and start September. So those are huge games. We're going to try our best to have the bullpen ready to go and sort of match up where we can with the rotation. But cross that bridge when we get there. All we can do is deal with the baseball that's in front of us. And that baseball right now is the 3rd game of a 4-game set with the Colorado Rockies at home. And again, we're facing Dylan Owens. We will have Yamile Garcia, who in the first game against the Rays, he went 5 1/3, giving up a run on 4 hits. That was a loss where we weren't able to score. Right, yeah, that's right. That was Giovanni Gallardo. We just weren't able to score in that game. So we're hoping a similar performance from Garcia, just we're able to hit Owens today. Let's put together a lineup. 37,458 at Citi Field. We're basically just getting 37,000 every game at this point. I'm hoping maybe in September we get a bit more as it's leading into the playoffs, but we'll see what happens at that point. Fowler had a great game yesterday, so he's definitely staying in there. Living Good played, a couple of walks. But we can have Odor back in there. .711 OPS. I think that's going to remain the lineup. So 1 second here. All right. Game 3 of 4 with the Rockies. Oh, they've changed the lineup a bit. So LeMahieu, Gentry, Peralta, Ortiz, Ramos, Chisenhall, Kiermaier moving down in the lineup. Kiermaier, JJ Hardy, and then Dylan Owens. Interesting. I guess this is their first left-handed pitcher lineup. There's DJ LeMahieu, as Yamea Garcia will come home with a 2-2 offering to start things off. And it's hit on the ground to Donaldson, who's going to play it over to first for the out. Garcia finishes off the first inning with a pair of strikeouts. Very nice start to his day. Josh Donaldson. Donaldson goes down looking as Mike Trout climbs in. The 1-1 hit in the air to right field off the top of the wall. That's going to be extra bases. Trout's in sliding at second with a double. And Miguel Gonzalez is able to draw a walk behind him. So we're in business here in the first. Corey Dickerson will bat with runners on first and second. And he hits the ball down the line. Looked like, yeah, so he's going to get a double. We're not going to run on Kiermaier here. There's no sense sending our catcher when Kiermaier is just going to gun him down. We'll keep him 90 feet away. Fielder's going to get a chance with 2 runners in scoring position, and he will waste it by striking out on a 2-2 count. Fowler, who had a big day yesterday, hits it in the air. That's going to not get down. The graphic deceived me. I thought that ball might get down, but it did hang up there. And will be the 3rd out of the inning, so that ends that threat. That's too bad. And Garcia's going to face David Ortiz here to start off the top of the 2nd inning. Ortiz hits a single up the middle. Garcia follows that up by inducing a ground ball to the 3rd baseman Donaldson for the 2nd out, and Ortiz moves over to second. Lonnie Chisenhall stands in the 0-1. Hit out to the right fielder Dexter Fowler for the 2nd out. Kiermaier walks on the 3-1, no good. Oh, and now a 3-0 count to Jeff Hardy. 2 walks in a row by Garcia. So he'd been kind of cruising along okay. The only fortune that smiles upon us now is the fact that the pitcher's hitting. And on the first pitch, he hits that ball straight over to the second baseman. Plays it on to first. Ends the threat, but that was definitely a little dicey. Castro grounds out to start off the bottom half of the second. It'd be Odor and then Yamie Garcia to finish things off. Has Odor gone deep? He has. Let's go. Get those air horns going. Odor's going to hit his 11th home run of the year. And Garcia works a full count. I love that when the pitchers work full counts. It's like, it just feels like a bonus. Just like run the starter's pitch count up. I expect you to strike out anyway. Pitchers strike out a very large percentage of the time, so I'm just anticipating an out. But if they can do it well, working a full count, I'm happy with it. Garcia will face LeMahieu, Gentry, and Peralta. So that's going to get the runner over to third. Another dicey spot. So Peralta's on first, LeMahieu is on third. Here's Ortiz 0-2. Huge. 2-1 to Ramos. Hang up there for Dickerson, please, and it will. Awesome. Trout, Gonzalez, and Dickerson. I mean, I wonder if we should throw back at them. They just threw at Mike Trout. But I have Garcia retaliate. Dickerson hits it back to the box. Lead runner Trout is retired. And fielder lost one out to left field to end the inning. One, 2 to Kiermaier. Dickerson with a great catch there. Here's the 1-1 to JJ Hardy. All right, so he's through that inning. Let's go. I don't know, that looks like a foul ball to me. I'm not sure if they're allowed to play the ball when it's hit over there. But Odor's second home run of the game from the looks of things, and it is. He hit one to left. Now he hits one to right. And Yamie Garcia not only works a full count for the second time, this time he actually draws the walk. Donaldson draws a walk on a full count right behind him. Mike Trout's going to get a chance with 2 on and 2 out. And Mike Trout's not going to waste that chance. That ball will sail in the left field stands for a 3-run shot. Get hot, Mike Trout. That's 35 on the year. For the Millville Meteor. Miguel Gonzalez stands in with 2 outs. And that's going to be the end of that, but we put up a crooked number and we make it a 6-0 ball game here. So Garcia is going to face the pitcher Erasmo Ramirez, and then LeMahieu and Gentry for the 5th. Hit on the ground to fielder for the first out on the first pitch. Another first pitch swinging situation. This time LeMahieu grounds it to Donaldson, and that's the second out. And Gentry gives Donaldson some more work over there at third for the third out of the inning. Nice tidy 1-2-3 for Yamie Garcia in the fifth. So he's now thrown 71 pitches. But it's just the walks that are a little bit of a concern at this point. And we've got Peralta and Ortiz, both lefties, coming up here in the sixth. So I'm gonna let him face them. He's got a 6-run cushion. I'm not too worried right now. So this will be Peralta, Ortiz, and Ramos. If a base runner happens here, I'll get activity going in the pen. If no base runner, no need. It's the first out. Little fly ball behind second base. Ortiz, the 0-1. Castro plays it on to first. 2 away. Another 1-2-3 inning for Garcia. His spot's coming up here, but we have no reason to hit for him because we're so far ahead. We don't really need the offense, and I don't see any reason for him to not pitch here in the seventh, or to pitch in the seventh. So we'll leave him out. He's gonna get a chance to swing the bat. Gets Kiermaier on the full count. Love to see that at this point. So he gives up the base hit to Hardy. This will be his last hitter. Lyles comes in to face LeMahieu with 2 gone in the seventh. And he's able to get the ground ball to Castro, who goes the short way to second. That's 3 gone. 7th inning stretch time. Lyles' spot's not coming up for a while. I think I'm just going to have him pitch the 8th. Donaldson's down on strikes. Here's Mike Trout, the 3-1 count. I was going to say, there's no way he's got 20 walks. Joe Smith had the 20 walks. I saw 20 walks up here, and I was like, there ain't no chance in August Mike Trout is sitting on 20 walks. He's got 78. Look at these walk numbers he's been able to put up for us. Led the league in 2013. And I mean, 11 wins by replacement that season. Just a year. Gonzalez hits it on the air on the first pitch, though, to right center. Hauled in by Craig Gentry. Dickerson's able to work a walk of his own, and here's Prince Fielder. Yeah, so Lyles will just pitch to the 2, 3, 4 spots here in the order. He's quickly got 2 outs. Strand's the runner. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. I'll just let actually, Chisenhall, Kiermaier, and Hardy. Let's let Sean Marshall have that. So they get us fairly easily in the 8th. But we do have that 5-run cushion. We are going into the last chance for the visiting team here. Chisenhall, Kiermaier, and Hardy are who they'll try with. And we'll try with Sean Marshall, who does give up base hit to Lonnie Chisenhall to start things off. Not perfect. Here's the 2-0 to Kiermaier. Also not perfect. An error is made by Rougned Odor, and now they've got base runners. Got a gift because they swung 3-0 there, and it ended up being an out. It wouldn't have been a gift if they swung 3-0 and hit the ball over the wall, but we'll certainly take that. Lead runner retired on that fielder's choice. So this should be ball game. Awesome. Another win. Mike Trout getting the right up. 2 for 2 with a home run, a double, and a walk, and he was hit by a pitch. Yeah, if we get Trout going hot, I've been saying that the last couple of streams, we get Trout going hot, this team will go on a run. We have been having success, though. I mean, we're on a bit of a win streak right now as well. Rougned Odor, although he did make that error we just saw, he did have 2 hits on the day. Including the, oh yeah, that's right, he had the 2 home runs, of course. So have a day, Rougned Odor. And he should get the player of the game. I mean, I understand that Trout's got the 2 for 3 with the 3 RBIs and the walk, but the guy who hits the 2 shots, I'm sorry, he's got to get the player of the game. The AI's got it wrong here. Our starter, though, goes to 6 2/3, giving up a run on 3 hits. He does walk 4, but he strikes out 5 to go along with that. And then Lyles and Marshall were good in the bullpen. But got to take issue with the official scorer or the broadcast AI, whoever has given Mike Trout the player of the game. He gets enough of those. And Rougned Odor went and hit 2 shots. You got to give it to him. We are 3.5 up on the Phillies. So the Phillies finally drop a game. They lose the 3rd game of their series to the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-0. So that's good to see. A little bit of a buffer in our lead. Phillies remain well out in front of the wild card race. They've got that first wild card locked down, 5.5 games up on both the Pirates and the Rockies, who are playing now. So we're doing some teams a favor by beating up on these Rockies at the moment. I think I will just play the final game of this series and then call it a stream. I've got a couple of things I got to do before I call it a night. I'm most likely going to be streaming tomorrow afternoon, though. Probably like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., something like that. And I'm going to try my best to get to this Phillies series and possibly play through it tomorrow afternoon. Because that's a really big series at this point. You know, they're the only team in the running for the Eastern Division. All these 3 teams, the Nationals, Braves, and Marlins, are effectively written off at this point. So, the getaway game for the Rockies. We're not going anywhere, though. We've got the Pirates coming in for a weekend series at Citi Field. But this is a 12-10 start after a 7-10 the night before start. We will see Jared Parker, so he's a bit better than the guys we've seen before. A little bit more movement on the pitches, which the movement number, of course, results in fewer home runs, and that's very apparent in his stat line. He's got 0.6 home runs per 9. That's a great number. He does have the 3.5 walks per 9, though, so you know this 45 control does haunt him sometimes, and you can certainly see that in the walk numbers. You go back just a couple starts, and looks like things got pretty rough here against the Cubs. 3 1/3, 5 runs. and the 4 walks probably loomed large in that. Last time out, though, against the Nationals, who, again, they're not a great team, only a 54-win team. Only a 54-win team. He was able to go 7 2/3, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits. So, see how this goes here today. Oh, actually, I just wanted to see one other thing. Very similar ratings against the two-handedness situations. And of course, so yeah, we're sending out Vance Van Valkenburg. He's going to make his 3rd start for the team. His first time for the team was not bad. The last time out, though, against the Rays, he was that 2nd game of the Rays series, and he only went 2 2/3. Now, we just had Garcia. Who was it? Somebody just went 2 2/3 last time. I guess it was just him. Oh, he had gone 2 2/3 in his final start with the Cubbies. That's what it was. So we need him to bounce back, regardless of what I was misremembering there. Bullpen remains in a strong spot, and that's due to the fact that Yamia Garcia gave us such a good outing just yesterday. But we're cruising through August at this point, 8-3 on the month. And we're gonna get this game going with the Rockies. We have another 37,000 crowd, 37,668 attending at Citi Field this afternoon. Gonzalez needing another day off. It's the way it goes with catchers. It's a problem. I'm probably going to try to look into like another strong bat, like a power bat, in the off season. Just because like we have to sit him so often, given the fact that he's catching for us. We can't be burning out his knees, and we play in the National League, so we don't have the benefit of using the DH. It's only August 2015 here, so the DH rule has not been instituted in the National League at this point, so we don't get that luxury. We are going to switch these two around. Have Dickerson hit 3rd, and then second base. So Rugi obviously hit 2 home runs yesterday. He's gonna be playing. Yeah, I think that's just where we're gonna sit. Van Valkenburg's he's got the snowflake. It indicates that he is not hot currently, but we're hoping he's able to turn that around in front of the 37,000 plus crowd home at Citi Field. It's going to face Craig Gentry, Kevin Kiermaier, David Peralta, David Ortiz, Lonnie Chisenhall, JJ Hardy. Is that Jorge? Jordan Pacheco, Dave Artilles, and then Jared Parker. So Van Valkenburg will get started here. And he's going to come home with an 0-2 offering. Love to see that. Anytime you see the 0-2, the 1-2, much higher percentage of the time will you see a strikeout. Not this time though, but it will be a fly ball to right field. Dexter Fowler will haul it in. The 1-2 to Kevin Kiermaier. Straight up in the air. It's funny that the pitcher pretended to cover that baseball because there ain't no way they're going to let him catch it. Nice clean inning there. Here's Donaldson, Trout, and Dickerson for us. Looking for a 4-game sweep. We've been able to win the last 3 games versus Colorado and then the final game of the Rays series, so we're on a 4-game win streak. Trying to make it 5 by sweeping this series at home. Trout stands in and watches the 3rd pitch go by on the 0-2. Dickerson also going to see an 0-2 pitch, but he does better with his, hits it into the corner. And he's going to get on to second base with a double. So Dickerson in scoring position for Prince Fielder, who works the count full, waits, and then sends the ball up in the air on the infield, caught by the shortstop, ending the threat in the first inning. Van Valkenburg will face Ortiz, Chisenhall, and Hardy in the top of the second. The 1-1. On the air to Trout, or in the air to Mike Trout. I suppose it was riding on the air. Chisenhall singles in the left field. Another fly ball in the infield this time will be caught by Rougned Odor for the second out of the inning. And Jordan Pacheco stands in, swinging for his pitch. He's going to get himself a single, actually, and this is probably going to get the runner over. No. Cancel that. Chisenhall will hold at second. However, Van Valkenburg is able to battle back in a full count and strike out Artilles to end the inning. All right, here comes Starlin Castro on the ground, though. Ground ball to second for the first out. Rougned Odor, after 2 home runs the day before, has got another hit. And Dexter Fowler comes up after him. He's got a home run. That's a 2-run shot. Dexter Fowler hits his 6th on the year. Put the team up 2-0. Shumaki comes up, hits it back to the box, second out of the inning. And Van Valkenburg will hit. He works a full count, one of my favorite things for the pitchers to do. But he just does strike out as expected. And then their pitcher hits to lead off this inning and does not work a full count. Instead, just a 1-2 and strikes out. Love it. Nice play by Prince Fielder for the second out of the inning. Awesome. So, nice clean inning there by Van Valkenburg. He officially goes deeper than he did in the last game. Donaldson just grounds out. Trout is down on strikes. Oh, no! And Trout was not happy with it. And now Mike Trout has been ejected from the baseball game. Not ideal. So, what we will do is Corey Dickerson will move into center field, and Carlos Beltran will take the spot in the 2-hole and play left field. Van Valkenburg quickly gets the first out. Here's the 0-2 to David Ortiz. It's hit deep in a left field. That's going to be 2 bases. Carlos Beltran enters the game, and right away he's handling the baseball. So Chisenhall grounds out to second, but moves Ortiz over to third. Able to get out of that, and here's Fielder. Fielder's gonna get himself a base hit. Let's go. Fielder, Castro, and Odor. Castro's gonna get himself a base hit, so that's back-to-back singles for the New York Mets. As Rougned Odor stands in, he'll loft that out to left field, and the runners should stay put here, and they will. Fowler's got an infield hit. All right, now we're in business. We have a chance to break this game wide open. Of course, it's not the best suspects for that opportunity, and I don't think Van Valkenburg's going to be doing it for us, and he doesn't. But it's not time to take him out. He's put up 4 zeros. He's on 47 pitches. He hasn't walked a hitter, just 3 hits. Very happy with his outing so far, and would like to try to get him the win. We can get him through the 5th here. It's good for the morale of the player. He gets the first out pretty quickly. The 1-0 to Artilles. Again, get out of the way. I know that ball was hit right to you, Mr. Pitcher, but you're not allowed to handle baseballs after you've thrown them. 2-2 to Parker, and that's the third out of the inning. Let's go. I don't even think I need activity in the bullpen yet. The only thing that makes me sort of lean towards having activity ready to go is just the fact that this is only a 2-0 game. Things can go sideways pretty quickly. Base hit? Excellent. Actually, on that note, I will. But I'm not necessarily going to make any changes. Just depends on... This is the third time through the order, so it depends on how this goes. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Starts off well enough. Two pitches, 1 out, and 1 double. So not quite as good. Last batter, pretty much. Yeah, jeez, I shouldn't even let him go that far. Sure glad I warmed up Brad Peacock. So he gets the strikeout. There you go. That's what being a stopper is all about. And he has been basically our stopper for much of this season. Alright. We may need to bring him out here, though, depending on if we have to hit for him, and we hope we do. Castro hits it on the ground. Here's Rougned Odor. Of the recent hot streak. And another hit, he stays hot. So is he 2 for 3? So 2 for 3 today, and then the 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 home runs. Hard to argue with that sort of production. So, I mean, we're going to have to hit for him. And I don't see any reason not to give Miguel Gonzalez an AB here. He will swing at the first pitch. With first and second, it's going to be hit to the third baseman. It will be played on to second, and it will be the third out of the 6th inning. It's too bad. Wilhelmsen's going to come in here and face Artie Pacheco and Artilles. Gets the first out. Three pitches later, he has the second out. Mayhew stands in 3-1. Mayhew will draw a walk. Aspo pinch hitting again. Works the count full, but hits the ball straight to Josh Donaldson, who is able to play it over to Prince Fielder and end the inning. So Wilhelmsen with a nice inning, but I don't know that I want to bring him out again. That's what we're doing. We certainly could use some more runs, and we're in business here. But that business has been closed. Glenn Perkins is going to get a chance to play setup man here. Towards the striker to start things off. Batista again getting a pinch hitting assignment here in the series. Perkins is able to get him to ground out to Castro. Then the full count to David Peralta. Oh, he got him. Excellent. So we hope, we hope we don't have a save situation for Costa, but we've got him ready to go. I'm hoping we put up a nice little crooked number here. But it doesn't start off in that direction as Castro dribbles in front of the home plate to be recorded as the first out, and then there goes Rougned Odor for the second out. Fowler's able to draw a walk on a 3-1 pitch. But Schumacher just ends the threat by grounding out to third. So we're going to go to the top of the ninth. Nikolai Costa's going to come in. He's going to get a chance to record his 21st save of the year, or his 8th for the New York Mets. And David Ortiz is going to start things off for the Colorado Rockies, who are hoping to avoid a 4-game sweep. We're hoping to complete that same 4-game sweep. Quickly, there are 2 gone. And so it'll be J.J. Hardy, the last chance for the Colorado Rockies. The 0-1 from Nikolai Costa is going to end up being a base hit up the middle. So we'll do it again. Pacheco stands in, Hardy on first, the 1-2. That's going to be the ball game. That's a 4-game sweep for the Colorado Rockies. The save has been picked up by Nikolai Costa. A 2-0 victory. Vance Van Valkenburg getting play in the AI press, which is amazing to see, given that he was coming off that rough outing. He goes 5 1/3 though, without allowing a run, 5 hits. He strikes out 3 and does not issue a walk. And the bullpen was just great. They allowed 1 walk and 1 hit the entire time over 3 2/3 innings. So excellent job by the bullpen. Great job by Van Valkenburg. You love to see it after we traded for him, and we're hoping to get a bunch of good starts down the stretch as we try to win the division. The team came through with 10 hits on the day. Great day from Corey Dickerson, 3 for 4. Odor was 2 for 4. Dexter Fowler with another big day, 2 for 3. A couple RBIs and a walk. And Vance Van Valkenburg is going to get himself the player of the game. So that's a great story for the team, having made the trade for the player only 13 days earlier. Of course, we had Mike Trout ejected for arguing balls and strikes, but we don't see any suspensions coming down, so we're okay with that. I'm gonna hit the old save button here. That's gonna be where we finish off for at least today. Like I said, I'll probably be back tomorrow afternoon. I've got some time tomorrow afternoon, so I'll probably play through this Pirates series. We'll get the off days, we'll get the bullpen all situated. We'll see the Rockies again at Coors Field. That could be a lot of offense. And then the series we're looking forward to, we're not looking past any of these teams, but we're certainly looking forward to going into Citizens Bank Park and facing the Phillies. But in the meantime, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope everybody had a good evening. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to follow the stream. But otherwise, I hope you have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.